I didn't wait till January or wait till I had $1 million in sales or wait till I was perfect or all the stores wanted me, because the time was never perfect. I decided to start right away. Discipline creates freedom. Discipline creates freedom. That's it. Don't think when you get to a certain level, you just know everything.
What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and I believe in you. I believe you have an amazing gift inside you that I want to see exploded onto the world. Now, I started the Mentor Me series to try to hang around people who've done a lot more than us, and hopefully by spending a little more time with them, some of their beliefs, their mindset, their attitudes seep into us to help us become the best version of ourselves. So today we're going to learn from one of the best, Damon John, and how to rise and grind. Enjoy. All right, let's kick things off with rule number 1, rise and grind.
Here's what the concept of the book, as we talked about the power broke and the fact that I wanted to get people to realize, stop using the fact that you don't have money as an excuse. I understand everybody else in the world tells you need money to make money and all that other kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I want to give people the mentality of, all right, listen, I'm going to need to do this myself, and I need to use my Slack resources or the resources that are right in front of me to get where I want to go. So now, after a lot of people have responded to that book really well, and at first I thought they were going to hear power broke. I don't want to be reminded of me being broke, or I don't want to hear when Damon was broke. They responded to really, in a really amazing way. They started to ask, well, what are the techniques? Now I have the mentality. What are techniques that you do every single day, and why are you more successful than this person, or this person more successful than this person? We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Mm-hmm. So that's when I created this new one, Rise and Grind. And the theory is that, listen, every day we're going to rise. If we're not going to rise, we're dead. Right? That's your defense. You're just rising, right?
Sure.
But your grind is your offense. And I've studied, I believe, I've studied dozens of subjects, but I put about 16 subjects in this new book, and they range from everywhere from award-winning actress Catherine Zeta-Jones to Carlos Santana, to our crazy friend Gary Vee, to a young man named Kyle Maynard who was born with no arms and no legs, and Army crawled Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm sure you know him as well. To various other people, Brian Lee, who started Shoe Dazzle and
with Kardashians,
with Kardashians, LegalZoom, and then all of a sudden he does Honest Company with Jessica Alba.
I love that story. He wanted to be a rapper.
He wanted to be a rapper. I think he's a young he was a young Asian man who told his parents he's moving to New York to be a rapper. I'm not even going to tell you his rapping name. I'll let you read the book. I asked them all the same questions, and then some different ones. What do you do the first 90 minutes of your day? What do you do the last 90 minutes of your day? What did you do when you were 20 that you no longer do when you're 40? What did you do when you were 20 that you forgot to do, and then when you start doing it again when you were 40 or 50, you realize what got you back to this point?
Yeah.
And I found probably over 50 things in there that everybody did in some way or another very similar. Whether in the Joel Osteen, whether it's in the morning they either prayed, meditated, mentally like me, set a goal, and zoned out. They took some time for themselves.
Yeah.
And I found various other things, and it's amazing and fascinating. So this is what I wanted to create for people, because I wanted them to either say, I'm on the right track, I'm doing something, everybody was laughing at me when I do this, or maybe I should try this one, or this one doesn't work as well as this one.
Yeah.
And I've been using it myself, a lot of the stuff. And it's been working for me too. It's been helping improve my life. And I'm a student of my books, because I'm trying to ask them the same exact thing that other people want to know.
Rule number 2 is break down your grind.
Now is the time. When I first decided to start my own clothing company, I went home and I sold around 90 hats with my next door neighbor. We sold these hats for $10 each in front of the New York Coliseum Mall, and made $800 in a single day. At the same time, to make ends meet, I had a full-time job at Red Lobster, while still running FUBU in between those shifts. This is when I learned what it meant to rise and grind. I had to start writing down my goals. Was I going to put in 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, 100 hours a month into this business? And how much time was I going to work at Red Lobster? What was my rise and what was my grind? I had to break down my grind daily, weekly, monthly, annually to see where I was going. I didn't think I was going to build $1 billion corporation or a globally recognized name, but it was a step by step by step that I was taking every single day. And I didn't wait till January or wait till I had $1 million in sales or wait till I was perfect or all the stores wanted me, because the time was never perfect. I decided to start right away and start writing down my goals. What sacrifices are you going to take? How will you rise and grind?
Rule number 3, be selfish.
What I found out is everybody in the book is extremely, extremely selfish, and what they do is take care of themselves first so they can be better than everybody else. They wake up in the morning, they don't answer any emails for the first hour because they're answering everybody else's problems. What they do is they look at their inbox as their defense and their outbox as their offense. So they send out emails. They don't look on Twitter and Instagram for a while because they get caught up. They also cherish and love their family, and they set times to be with their family, and then they go to work. Other people, they look at their emails, they then go and kiss their family, they never see their family the rest of the day, they go to they drive to work, they hear the world blew up, now they're thinking about that, then they go and work for everybody else. And successful people are extremely selfish. They do things like how you do is go to the store and you want to hear what people think about the show, because that's what we call proof of concept. You're not so far up the ladder that you don't want to hear what people think, so you can make adjustments.
Yeah.
Rule number 4, be disciplined.
Discipline creates freedom. Discipline creates freedom. That's it. You have to be disciplined. You have to have a method. You have to act, learn, and repeat, and you have to keep figuring it out. You know, this book is not going to give you the answers to life. This book is going to give you a technique to act on it, and then next year, you may have to switch that technique up and use something else in there, because people always ask us the same thing. How do you have work-life balance, you know? How do you take care of your health? How do you advance your company, but yet pay attention to the customer that really is taking care of you? But how are you going to move into this new area of life without ignoring them? How do you get good management underneath you? How do you, cash flow is always an issue. How do you increase sales or reduce costs? How do you gain new customers in the world? What do you do with your kids? How do you spoil the kids or not spoil the kids? We all have the same exact problems. So what we have to do is look at these techniques and create a bunch of disciplinary actions, and you'll see what works and what doesn't. But some things are not going to work. You're going to fix it. You got to fix it,
Rule number 5, always keep learning.
Don't think when you get to a certain level, you just know everything. The same as a goal of getting to a certain amount of money. Because the minute you feel you know everything, that's the only time you're never going to learn anything, right? Because you think you know everything. And it's part of the process of always trying to figure myself out, And I know everybody's main questions. Work-life balance, health, working and enjoying life against working and, creating something big, you know what I mean? And that is always, no matter what, throughout your education process, is something you constantly have to learn about, So that's exactly why I write these books, because I'm probably the biggest fan of my books than anybody else, because I'm no longer writing books about myself. You heard my story, right? I want to find out from other people. I want to tap into them to see how I can empower myself.
And rule number 6, the last one before a very special bonus clip, get specific.
Here's the bottom line with why I wrote Rise and Grind. Everybody tells us you got to work hard. All right, we got that.
Yeah.
But if you want to go out and be an athlete or a chef or anybody else, you have to get very specific curriculums on how to do it. So you want to be an athlete. How do I train this muscle? How do I take better shots? How do I do this and that? What is the exact recipe? So what I did was ask everybody what the first 90 minutes of their day is. What's the last 90 minutes of the day? Work-life balance, all these things. And you'll see exact techniques and recipes, and no longer have to hear, you just got to work hard, work smart instead of, work hard. Now it's giving you exact techniques, and you will either say, I'm doing this and I'm on the right track, or you'll go, let me try these other couple of things because I haven't been trying. Okay, number 5 doesn't work, but number 3 does. And you'll start to see other techniques that you can apply to yourself, because everybody's going to train different.
Now, I've got a very special bonus clip from Damon John on how he takes care of his health. But before that, I want you to make your commitment of the day. Leave it down in the comments below. What did you learn from this video that now you will apply into your life and your business? What is your commitment today? Leave it down there. I'm excited to see what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you soon and enjoy the bonus clip.
You know, we all talk about business all the time, but the aspect of health is the most important part, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it. And most businessmen and women, you go around and you're traveling all the time, and you know, it's
Eating
not
whatever,
easy to eat the best things. Then you're at 2 and 3 dinners a night. You're drinking because you're bored with a lot of people. You're drinking because you're happy because you're off. You know, you're not sleeping. You're in between climates and things of that nature. And then all of a sudden it implodes and you have nothing left.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have a schedule every day then for your health right now?
I try, and you know, I'm not perfect. I go back to the book often to look at all the things that I want to do. So, you know, I'll give you an example. Sway, you know, loves to say, hey, I get up and I bust down, you know, 4 sets of 25 push-ups a day and gets my adrenaline running. I was doing that until I blew my shoulder out doing something else, right?
Yeah.
So now what I I was actually diving in Mexico and trying to embarrass my daughters with this dive, and I hurt my shoulder. I embarrassed myself, but you know, all right. So now I have to adjust that. So what do I do now? All right. So maybe now after I will answer emails after when I do, but I'll be walking on the treadmill for 2 hours answering them. You know, later on. So I put the steps in. I'll do leg lifts. I'll do whatever the case is, but. Again, it's always adjusting, right? I'm not going to make an excuse. Oh, my arm's blown out, so now I can't do anything, right? Because Kyle Maynard climbed Mount Kilimanjaro with no arms, no legs.
Boom.
What the hell's wrong with me? I got something wrong with my shoulder here, and I can't work out?
Yeah.
So let me give you the one-word secret to happiness. One word. This is all you need to be happy.
The most important word ever.
If you had to think of one word that's most important to you or that sums you up or that would be kind of like a little beacon.
Hey Believe Nation, if you want to know what the most important one word is for Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Oprah Winfrey, will.i.am, and Howard Schultz, I have a very special secret video for you. Check the description for details.